Hey everyone, how are you doing today? It's JG here with Earth 5D University, back for another teaching where you are the light, the path, and the way forward, friends. Super excited to dig into the topic of how not everyone who is psychic is based in love. So that could be a shocker for some of you, because sometimes, like when you meet someone who's psychic, who has information about you, you think, wonderful, this person is going to be a wonderful person. Like I used to think that. I used to think that everyone who had psychic information about me was going to be a wonderful person. And I was surprised to find out that actually not all of them were. So let's get into how you can discern, friends, even if someone has psychic information about you, whether or not they're someone that you actually want to listen to or pay attention to, or someone that is actually for you, there to support your journey. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Here's the deal here. Not everyone who has psychic gifts, not everyone who is intuitive, not everyone who has all the clara gifts, clairsentient, clairvoyant, has your best interest at heart. Okay, why is that? It's because not everyone is grounded in love. Not everyone is love-based. Do I think that everyone has the potential to be love-based? Yes, I do. But is everyone actually love-based? No, right? Because fear is a prominent energy on our planet. And not everyone is interested in focusing on love. Not everyone is interested in focusing on being love-based. And honestly, it's not very important why, right? Who cares why they're not? Like, I don't care. You don't need to care, right? You don't even need to waste your time or energy on that thought. But it's very important to realize not everyone that has psychic information about you is someone that you want to listen to and take advice from. My awakening in my 20s, I happened to go to a psychic. I think I've gone to 2 psychics in my life, and she was one of them. And funny enough, right? I get my guidance from within. That's how I navigate my journey, is by paying attention to my own inner reality, right? My own inner world. When I was in my early 20s, I went to see a psychic that my mom actually recommended, and she's an intuitive psychic healer, and I think a medical intuit is the way she packaged herself. And at the time, I was living in a Chicago suburb, and she had quite the following there. This is before Facebook, or before all the social media had really blown up yet. And basically, she told me, like, she could tell, number one, that I was pregnant. And she could tell psychically that not only was my child special, but that I was special, right? Her affirmation of that made me believe in her, made me trust that what she was telling me was good information, that her intentions for me were good. And I learned that that was not the case. And I learned, like, it took me more than a year. It took me, like, quitting my job, going to work for her. It took me observing, like, crazy things about the entities and soul spirits that she was dealing with, to realize that what I was dealing with her was definitely not energy that I was comfortable with. She was dealing with this dark energy, dark forces. And yes, she had information. Yes, she had information about me, because psychically she could see that. But I definitely learned a huge lesson, is that not everyone who is psychic has your best interest at heart. And I'm not saying that she had, like, the power to impact me negatively, because you are the absolute authority of your reality, friends. You are the ones that get to determine how someone impacts you. You get to determine how, someone influences your life. But I think it's really important, especially in the day and age of YouTube, and check out my video that I just posted, I think it was last week, about, how not every spiritual teacher on YouTube is up on the up and up. Like, I had entered, like, a scamming situation, right? And I talked about that in my last video, so I will definitely link that here below. It's just important, guys, to know just because someone has information on you or appears psychic doesn't mean that they're actually love-based. So what to look for if you're looking for a love-based psychic, a love-based intuitive person, or love-based guidance. And what you want to look for is peace, and you want to look for harmony, and you want to look for love, right? And a lot of people say that they love, right? And a lot of people do love. But what does that actually mean, right? When we look at and break it down, like, what does someone who is love-based actually act like? What do they actually do? And so what I've noticed is what people who are based in love don't create division. They create harmony. People based in love don't create chaos. They usually have a tendency to create peace. It's not going to be causing like a lot of fragmentation. And so when you're dealing with someone who's love-based, they're not fragmenting energy. And it's like energy of coming together. The other wonderful thing about love-based people is they're very, very forthright. They're very, very open. They got nothing to hide, right? They have nothing to hide. They're very forthright and they're very transparent is the word I'm looking for. They're very transparent. When you're dealing with someone who's like coming from a lower plane or a lower intention, you're looking at people who are causing division. They're causing fragmentation, and they're hiding. They're hiding an aspect of themselves or an aspect of their intentions. And let me tell you, like, some people are so smooth, right? Like my last video that I posted about the YouTuber that sort of like created a scammy situation. Look at his videos, they really seem to make sense. Like he's talking about shadow work. He's talking about seemingly raising the consciousness in a loving way. But when you look at his practices for getting clients, it's super scammy. You have to look at people's behavior and their intentions, even if they have psychic information, if they're not causing harmony, if they're not causing peace, if they're not causing freedom. I would definitely discern whether or not that person is someone that you want to take information from. So these are not people you need to be frightened of, friends. Like these are not people, it's just the information comes in and you let it come in and then you just let it go, right? It's just these people are out there, right? They're on their own journey to consciousness. So not everyone who's doing a tarot reading is coming from a loving place. Not everyone who is doing energy work is coming from a loving place. Anyone who tells you how messed up you are, right? Anyone who tells you how broken you are, and if you're broken, you need to buy a certain amount of sessions to fix yourself. Anything like that is just like, whoa, be aware, right? That is scammy energy, because who is anyone to tell you that you're broken? Who is anyone to tell you that they have the magic sauce, the secret sauce to fit and fix your problem, right? And so please, guys, just be aware. Just because they're psychic, just because they can see things, doesn't mean that they are quote unquote good. Doesn't mean that they're love-based. Even if they're spitting out facts, even if they're spitting out things that seemingly make sense, if they're causing division, if they're causing chaos, if they are causing fear, be aware. Okay? You're looking for someone who is, again, grounded in love, grounded in peace, grounded in freedom, grounded in your own self-empowerment, grounded in you are the light, you are the path, and you are the way forward, friends. It's your power, not my power or any other psychic person out there, an intuitive person out there, a spiritual teacher out there. It's your power that gets you healed. It's your power that gets you your manifestations. It's your power that creates the joy in your life, not mine, and not someone who can quote unquote see your future, right? So, moral of the story, guys, bottom line, takeaway, just because they're psychic, just because they have information, just because they have astrology readings, just because they do this massage, just because they do this energy work, doesn't mean they're great. We are all on our own spiritual journey. We all have growth ahead of us. We all have brokenness. I don't care what anyone tells you. We all have brokenness. We all have trauma. We're all trying in our own way to get to our own spiritual growth on this journey. So discern by looking at the fruits of what this person or people are producing. Love, expansion, freedom, harmony. That's what you're looking for. A chaos, confusion, fear, restriction, division, and I would think twice, okay, signing up for anyone doing that kind of thing. All right, guys, I think you got my point. I hope this has assisted you. If you need help, I do offer coaching. I do offer readings, and I also have meditation. So if there's something that you need, you can check out my website. And I'm very grateful that you're here. I'm very grateful for your journey. And you can trust yourself, friends. Trust yourself. Trust your own intuition. And make sure you drop a comment below. When you guys comment, you can share stories and share experience, and it makes everyone else's journey that much easier. It makes their load lighter. So I appreciate all of you who comment, okay? So much love and light. Take care, guys.